Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news as always, so let's get straight to it. The very first thing that I have for you guys are actually our very first images of the Sanctum Archaic Stories fully printed out Giraffatitan, giving us a really good idea not only as to how nice the detailing and everything is, but also the massive size. It is an absolute monster of a model. I don't know entirely when this will actually go up for sale, and I believe they have a different species that will be the initial release, but this is definitely a very much so anticipated release from Sanctum Archaic Stories, and I can't wait, honestly, at this point, to just get anything from them in my collection. And then when it comes to Syrett Tech, we actually have a look at some more really cool looking hybrid dinosaurs that will be hitting his Etsy shop in the very near future, and honestly, these things might be some of the coolest ones I've seen yet when it comes to different hybrids. Unquestionably some of the most unique and creative hybrid dinosaurs that I've ever seen, and stuff that I'm certainly looking forward to acquiring once it hits the Etsy shop, again, of Syrett Tech. And on top of that, I also wanted to let you guys know, and something that I actually recently had informed you of, but the Marco Makes minisaurs were going to be hitting the Etsy shop of Syrett Tech as well. The Giganotosaurus, I believe, is already available on the Etsy shop, and next in line would be the Carnotaurus, my favorite, of course, and that one will also be hitting the Etsy shop of Syrett Tech very soon. I believe potentially tomorrow is the date for the Carnotaurus hitting the Etsy shop, so definitely something to look out for, and definitely something to pick up, because Marco Makes minisaurs are amazing, and I have quite a few already, so I could tell you that with complete confidence. And then as far as Artic Figures goes, he has fully finished his Kellenkin the Terror Bird, and it looks amazing. This is something that we'll be releasing very soon. I believe he actually is going to, or potentially already has, put up a unpainted prototype on his Etsy shop, but he will be releasing painted versions of the figure very soon. And again, it is incredible. Never in a million years would I have expected to one day be able to own an articulated terror bird, but thankfully Artic Figures is here to supply us with such amazing figures, because this is, again, in my opinion, a must-have. And then this image was recently unveiled by Eofauna, showing off basically what the upcoming Tyrannosaurus Rex model will look like from them, potentially. I don't know if there's going to be any more work done between now and the release of this figure, but it looks really beautiful. It's obviously a recreation of Sue the Tyrannosaurus, and again, definitely one that I'm looking forward to, and has some strong potential to be the best Tyrannosaurus when it releases. And then when it comes to Rebor, they actually had shown off this image recently, which is quite incredible, honestly, to look at. But they created this image basically to show us what the flexibility of their Diplodocus really is like, and again, not only to show us what it's like, but also, I think, just to kind of show off how incredible it is. This model is definitely one that I am really looking forward to from Rebor, but at this point they have numerous different amazing models out that are going to be coming from them very soon that I'm really looking forward to. But this Diplodocus looks gorgeous, and the flexibility of it is obviously incredible. And then when it comes to the beasts of the Mesozoic, we have a look at the Achillobator, and we have the full gallery of the painted prototype here. And I must say, I've heard people in the past say that dinosaurs with feathers aren't scary, but this Achillobator is complete proof that they can be terrifying, because if this is a living animal and I happen to see this out somewhere in the wild, I would be petrified. This thing looks beyond amazing, but at the same time quite terrifying. The coloration, the sculpt, everything on this is honestly drop dead gorgeous, but it also, again, shows off the fact that feathered dinosaurs, not only can they be scary, but they really can be quite terrifying, because this is one heck of an incredibly frightening looking raptor, and an amazing model on top of that. And then as far as Nanmu goes, they have shown off a few more images showing us a few different angles of their upcoming V Rex, the Soul of the Dragon version, as we already have had a V Rex in the past. But this is definitely the best V Rex from Nanmu, I can say that definitely with confidence, because this one just has so much life to it. A super cool pose, fantastic paint scheme, easily one of the most incredible Nanmu models that they have made to date. And then as far as Edel Collectibles goes, I did want to let you guys know that their Kickstarter is currently going on for their Pocketsaurs, and not only that, but it actually only has like 5 days left, so we are nearing the end. So if it's something that you were looking toward potentially, backing and grabbing yourself some of the Pocketsaurs, I would recommend doing that now. But we also have a sneak peek at what would be in part 2 of the Pocketsaurs if the Kickstarter here succeeds and they can get the funding they need to send the figures to the factory and get them produced. We have a look at, again, what species would be coming next, and at this point it appears as though we would get a Carnotaurus, an Indoraptor, a Baryonyx, and a Therizinosaurus, and they look honestly gorgeous, each and every one. So fingers crossed that the Kickstarter does in fact succeed, because I would love to get some of these in the Pocketsaurs line in the future as well. And then as far as Mattel goes, we have quite a few different images here as far as the Jurassic World Dino Trackers line, and on top of that, quite a few reveals to give you guys if you haven't seen them quite yet. First of all, we have another look at the upcoming Dino Trackers 2-pack that includes the Scorpiovenator and the Iguanodon, and yet again showing off how nice the paint schemes and everything look for these. I actually really quite like both of them. I think they honestly look better every time I see them, and as far as the Scorpiovenator goes, I really like this one a lot more than the previous one. Same honestly can be said for the Iguanodon. But on top of that, we also have a look at the Epic Attack Carnotaurus with a very interesting epic damage feature to it. And the Carnotaurus looks pretty good, but it doesn't really look like it's anything that's too revolutionary for Mattel. It looks pretty much the same as the previous Carnotaurus figures we've had. I think that it could have used a little more paint out on the tail as per usual, but we do have painted nails on the feet at least, so that's a plus. But the figure does look really fun, and the more I see this kind of dino damage type of a feature, the epic damage feature these newer figures are having, the more I kind of like it, and the more I'm intrigued to see it at some point in the near future in person. On top of that, we have one of the most exciting figures I think that Mattel has unveiled lately. We have a new epic damage JP3 Velociraptor, a male, and honestly, this looks beautiful. Definitely one of Mattel's best Velociraptors that they have produced yet, and really cool, very nice Jurassic Park 3 throwback raptor. So it's nice to see Mattel actually giving us a pretty decent looking raptor. Yet again, would have been nice to have nail paint on this one, but at least the coloration looks really good elsewhere. And we also have another Epic Damage 2-pack with a Pachycephalosaurus sporting the Epic Damage action feature, which the Pachycephalosaurus looks pretty cool, definitely a Lost World Jurassic Park version. But we also have a young T-Rex, a Juvenile Tyrannosaurus in this one, and I think that's the best Juvenile Rex that we've had from Mattel so far as well. Definitely a pretty nice looking figure, and another one that I'm really excited to get my hands on. So some very cool stuff that has been unveiled today, again by Collect Jurassic, for the Mattel Dino Trackers line, and I'm very curious to see what else will be revealed very soon. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.